y'all. We're gonna let Sean in, and I like the power of three. So if one other person wants to come up and share their thoughts, they may. They may. So Sean's gonna come on in. See Sean.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna just revisit back to the Diaspora and the Middle Passage
Okay.
because and the slave trade and Jim Crow era too because that trauma was transferable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be graphic, but when you hang a black man in front of his unborn child and mother, I
Yeah.
mean, and then beat them, burn them,
Mm-hmm.
castrate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about all that trauma that that unborn child receives.
Right.
You know, and then just bringing up to the present day, they were right about the justice system. Every time we come together as a family unit, they come up with another formula to destroy the black family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nowadays they got the black woman and the black man competing against one another. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They have taken us out of our role as black men. They've taken the mothers out of their role as black women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the women are not mothers anymore. They're
Right.
breadwinners.
Right.
So it's that competitive nature that has us going against one another. That's what
Okay.
they that's the formula that they're using today.
Right.
You know, but back to the thing, the trauma, that trauma is transferable, you know. And going back to what I was saying, that when I was growing up, my mother was telling me she used to just be real dramatic. You get that girl pregnant, you're gonna marry her. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? That's what they
uh,
were doing back then. Now, if a black family can endure all that back in slavery time, think about everything we were going through.
yeah.
And those mothers and fathers, they stayed together through everything.
Yeah.
And we're not going through as much as they did, and we're getting a
Yeah.
divorce.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like we have the mindset that if it's broken, just get rid of it and get another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't take that mindset anymore. We should get back to
Right.
our original ancient traditions. And I've talked about the rites of passage.
Yeah.
We don't have that accountability no more. You know,
Yeah.
rites of passage is just not about, you know, becoming a man or becoming a woman. We had a rites of passage for everything: childbirth, adolescence, childhood trauma, you know, midlife crisis, eldership. There was always accountability. Now
Yeah.
we don't have that accountability no more.
Yeah.
So there's a psychosis. You know, I always talk about this because I work in the mental health field. There's a
Okay.
psychosis that the African Americans we're going through, and the true definition of a psychosis, you know what it is. It's funny. It's a soul illness, an illness of
Mm-hmm.
the soul. So we all need psychiatry, and the definition of
Yeah.
psychiatry is soul healing. We all need psychiatry and we all need therapy. But black men, I'm telling you this from experience, we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want another person telling us what to do, especially another black man.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? And we
there
need to
you
get
go.
we need to get rid of that ego. We got an ego complex. So
Got
I
it.
just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, and I appreciate you. I applaud you for having this platform because we can't heal as individuals.
Yeah.
We have to heal collectively together as a family.
Absolutely.
So I thank
Absolutely.
you.
Well, listen, you got a little hit of me with the solutions, but I followed you. I wrote it down. I agree. I'm so glad that all of you are here. I'm so glad that you guys are introducing yourselves. You're telling me you already telling me what you're doing for the community. You know, the brother who just came up, he said, I'm a yoga teacher and I do sound healing myself. That is a way that we can heal. You're saying that you're in the field of psychology. That is the way that we can heal. So I really appreciate you guys being here and being a part of this discussion. We couldn't have it without you.
Yeah, we
So,
appreciate you.
absolutely. Every Wednesday, every Saturday, y'all, 9 p.m.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to heal together, and we need to be, honest. We have to stop, like you said, we have to stop the blame game.
Yeah.
The blame that brings about shame, and we got to get out of that concept.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not about that. We had enough shame on our ancestors in slavery. We had enough. We're not going to do it to ourselves. Right.
And we have a lot of unresolved trauma that we're not dealing with.
Yes, we do. We're going to send the shame right back to them. They should be ashamed that they did that to a group of holy individuals. That's who shame.
Yeah.
A yoga therapist. Wow. Okay. And, anything else for now, Sean? And you're welcome to come back.
No, I'm good. I just wanted to throw that out there. It all every time we overcome something, this system, white America, comes with another formula. You know what I mean? So we got to be very resilient when we're dealing with this thing about single black women, because we got the whole angry black woman syndrome thing.
Yeah.
And it's not
because of slavery. I'm just telling you guys, we are the way we are because of unhealed trauma as well.
Yeah. And you're not angry. You know what you are? You're hurt. You're not angry, but you're hurt.
Exactly. That's what's underneath of it. Mm-hmm. But we feel safe enough to be hurt and feel hurt. So we have anger to protect ourselves. Absolutely.
And it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay.
And that's the part. It's okay. That's the part. And I had to learn that myself. But look, we getting ahead of ourselves with the solutions, y'all. I don't know if we should go with it or just hold on, Sean. Just patience.
Okay, right? go with it. I'm scared.
It's going. I gotta go at a slower pace. I don't know what y'all talking about down there. Okay. So we're going to get to the solutions, y'all. But first, we had we doing surgery. We going to all the way in. We're gonna clean this thing all the way out. All right, we're not gonna miss one single thing. We're gonna get it all out. We're gonna clean it all out. Then we're gonna stitch it up.
I feel you.
So is there anything else? We're still trying to understand what is the greatest issue. Is it the slave trade? Is it the welfare program? Or is it the unhealed trauma?
Because it's all of it.
But what is the greatest contributing factor? Because some people are saying, well, we were still together. Even after slavery, even through segregation, we were still together. Some people think we were still together. So what is the true issue? What is the true
But you know what? Even though we were still together, we were masking. We were masking.
Talk about it.
We were masking that trauma. And again, it's going to be born into our children's children. Right. And now it's coming out. It's that unresolved trauma. We're now unmasking it now.
Right.
But we masked it, but we were masking it back then. Thinking about these white men raping our young boys.
Mm-hmm.
Raping our young girls.
Yep.
And it was like an unspoken trauma. They didn't talk about it.
Right. We neither one of us were talking. Y'all weren't talking. Women weren't talking. We were just trying to survive and making every single day in order to survive. Going to work, smiling at the white man who did all of this stuff.
And we wonder why. And we wonder why there's so much mental health challenges that our children are dealing with. They're dealing with all that generational trauma that's not only in their DNA and their blood, it's in their psyche, their emotions, their spirit.
Yeah. Thank you for speaking on that. I really appreciate you speaking on that because I have a huge heart for our children. I have a huge heart for the generations after us. And I do feel as though they are misunderstood. And sometimes I don't have the word for it, right? But they're judged
Yeah.
and they're not advocated for.
Right.
I really appreciate you speaking on that and bringing our children into this conversation.
Because that's where we have to start.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
But that's all I have. Thanks so much for allowing me to speak and inviting me to this platform. I needed this.
Oh, thank you so much. I think our entire community needs this, and I'm so glad that you decided to come up and to contribute to our healing conversations so that we can continue to heal our community and we can continue to heal together. So thank you so much, Sean.
No
And please
Bless.
come. We will continue to have these conversations and continue to have these discussions. So thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, y'all. So we are going to close this part and we're going to move into the solution. Y'all was jumping ahead of me, but we going. It's 10:30. This is a good part, a good time to transition into the solution. So for everybody who just may have come in, we have about three major things, three major categories that have contributed to tonight's conversation, which is we're trying to get to the root of why we have so many single Black mothers in our community. Why do we have so many single Black mothers? So the chat has spoken. We have said one is the slave trade in from 1526 to 1867. Two, we had the welfare programs, the Jim Crow, and everything else that came out in the 1900s. We believe that that is what broke our families apart. Or number three, we have unhealed trauma. I want you guys to vote. I want you guys to put in the chat a one or two or three. One, if you think it's the slave trade. Two, if you think it's the programs that came out in the 1900s. Or three, if you think it's unhealed trauma. I want you to let me know what you think is the contributing factor. I'm going to go with three. I'm going to go with unhealed trauma due to the effects of slavery. That's where I'm going to. Oh, Sean, someone else wants to come in. Brother, so let me let him in. What did